told you I've been visiting different churches because that's what the Lord has me doing. It's so sweet because I remember when I first moved to LA, that's what the Lord had me doing. I was moving very supernatural, like in my first part of my ministry, when I took a leap of faith and moved to LA. And I would go to church and the Lord would tell me to sit back people. He would tell me to wait in certain spots for people. He would tell me what they look like, and I would literally do everything he told me to do. Sometimes I didn't go to church for the word. I went to church for somebody, whether it was to pray over them, speak prophetically in their life, operate in healing, whatever. And a lot of times people would try to stop me. Well, I didn't see nobody moving like me, not even the prayer team, like in certain things, like, and I wasn't trying to be rude or anything like that, but I didn't understand the systems of religion or protocol because I was coming out of religion and learning God in a new way. So people would like try to put their hands on me, tell me to stop or whatever. And I'm like, well, I see this person manifesting. I see this demon overtaking them. Ain't nobody else doing this, so I'm finna do it. I see this person who is manifesting in the church. Nobody's silencing them, so I'm gonna do it. Or I see somebody that needs healing and nobody's laying their hands on them, so I'm gonna do it. And I used to get in trouble. Well, not in trouble, but people would be like, yeah, they don't know your power, or you don't have authority to do that. You're not on the ministry team. Tried to get on the prayer team. I tried to do a lot of things they wouldn't let me on. Only team that I was on was the dance team. Anyway, and I just kept moving. Every city that I moved to, every church that I went through to, I just started learning. I learned what God was approving, what man was trying to override God in, and I never really submitted to that. But went to church today, and I felt led to sit in a certain seat, and I did. And I, couldn't move from the seat. And they basically said, hold your neighbor's hand, pray for them. One thing about me is I'm always going to pray, because not everybody's going to get up and go to the altar. And I've learned that over the years. So that's why God uses me strategically to sit certain places so that I can reach his people. I have been cultivated behind the scenes in personal ministry, healing, and deliverance. That's what I do. And God kept showing me, because I'm a seer, he kept showing me things while I was praying for the lady that was holding my right hand. She was holding my hand, and God kept showing me this image. And I literally tried to, like, when the service was over, I tried to walk away. The Lord said, so you're not going to say what I told you? Because this is new again. You know what I mean? I haven't moved like this in years. Especially in a church setting, I'm like, Lord, I ain't trying to get in trouble. Like, She got quiet. So I asked the lady, I asked her about my vision. I didn't know what it was, but God kept giving me questions to ask her. Long story short, we ended up talking for 20 minutes after church because the Lord wanted to speak. He wanted to heal. He wanted to deliver. He wanted to say what he wanted to say. Just imagine if I wasn't obedient. Just imagine if I have not cultivated the Spirit of the Lord. Just imagine if I have not stirred up my gifts. I wouldn't be able to help people who truly need help. Yes, the service was good. It was amazing. But what this lady needed was something more personal. And God used me to do it. So that lets me know to not be ashamed and not to be so worried about these religious protocols that I'm out of obedience with God, because that hinders somebody else's blessing. I know there are rules. I said, they told us to pray, and I prayed. I'm not just going to be praying because I don't want to get in trouble. But there is no shame in speaking and talking and have a conversation. You still have the same level of authority. And I just learned to move in a different capacity while still being respectful to the house that I'm in. The house meaning the church that I'm in. I still release the prophetic word. I still did what I was supposed to do. It's just showing up differently. And I just appreciate God cultivating me in the background and allowing me to make the mistakes behind the scenes in order to do what he's calling me to do. Unashamedly. So I just want to speak that over y'all for whoever is in the prophetic ministry, anybody that is in the fivefold ministry, anybody that is a sent one who has an apostolic grace, or the Lord sends you to different places. He's teaching you, and he has taught you. And those of you all who are learning, learn behind the scenes first before you try to platform yourself. Do not prostitute your gift. Allow the Lord to groom you and raise you up. Okay? So you can move with wisdom and strategy and discernment and order. The Lord's order, not religious order. Two separate things.